Hey guys, Sam here, welcoming you back to the Bradford City Road to Glory Karima. Today we kick off with a game away against Swindon Town. Another away game, and I've expressed the importance of away games and having to pick up results. We're trying to get draws away from home. I think that makes the most sense. We're not expected to win every single away game. If you could pick up a draw at away and wins at home, you set yourself up pretty well in the league. So today we had Swindon Town, of course, our third game in the league, our fourth game overall in charge. And it's going to be a tough game. Of course, we're still waiting on Lloyd Isgrove and his possible loan signing to the club, but we couldn't focus on that. We had to focus on the game. We had to focus on getting as many points on the board as possible. Of course, last episode in the league we picked up 1 loss and 1 win, so we're 3 points from 2 games, which isn't the best. And Swindon Town come out and we almost concede there. They hit the upright, and then you got Swift to I can't read that name. Again, they go just wide and they show their attacking presence already, trying to test Pickford, who fortunately didn't have to make any saves as the shots were not on target. Darby here testing out his long shots. He's actually pretty decent now. His long shot stat isn't the best, but I've found that this year in FIFA long shots are quite easy to make, so I've tried it out with Darby a lot on that right flank. And going into halftime, we were 0-0 against Swindon, so it wasn't too bad. We came out of the blocks and we were shooting, and as you can see, the possession is definitely in our favour, and that's something that I want to build and I want to integrate into this Bradford team, a possession-based philosophy where we try and keep the ball as much as we can, especially in the away games. It's very important for me personally in the away games if we can pick up as much possession as possible and make it really difficult for the other team to get any chances on the board. As you can see, we have a free kick here, and it's a decent strike and a decent save as well. And we made a couple substitutions. As you can see, not too many highlights in this game. Not with a beautiful back heel to Zoko, who does a fake shot, slips through and takes it with his right foot. I don't know why he took that with his right foot. It goes wide, and that would have been an absolutely brilliant goal if it went in. And then Mariah here trying to curl it in with his left foot. He also takes the corner here, and we got, aerial threats is probably where we are the strongest. The likes of Hansen and Clark and Gallagher, very aerial threats. As you can see, a couple of good plays there. Hansen snatches at the shot, it goes high and wide. I believe it's his unpreferred left foot. I'm almost positive Hansen is a right footer. And that's it. That's how it ends. 0-0 at full time. Not the worst result. I was actually quite pleased that we picked up a point, but I thought that maybe we could have done a bit better and picked up the 3 points considering the statistics. Take a look at that. 11 shots, only 3 of them on target, 64% possession, all over Swindon. So at first I was like, yeah, okay, a draw, not bad. But then I realized that we could have done a lot better. As you can see, Mariah picked up the man of the match. He was very involved in the game. He was sending in crosses and he got a lot of shots in, created a lot of play. But of course I can't show you those types of highlights because they didn't really lead to any shots, but nevertheless he got an 8.1 rating, quite solid. I was actually quite surprised we had someone who played that well. I thought one of our defenders or maybe even Pickford would get the man of the match, but it was Mariah. And as you can see, we got Lloyd Isgrove on loan. He's a right midfielder. He can play on both flanks in my opinion. I think he could play on the right wing and the left wing. So what is that going to mean for the likes of Yeats and Mariah? They're going to have to fight for their spot. And as you can see, Isgrove starts in the left mid position today, meaning Yeats gets pushed out of his position, which is absolutely insanity. That I have this many quality wingers fighting for a spot in the team. It's good. That's a problem you want to have, especially this low in the leagues. You want to have that problem. You want to have so many good players that you want to play, but you can't. As you can see, we get into another game here. Again, 4-4-2. We're trying to integrate that philosophy. We're against Barnsley, who are a good side. Again, they play a 4-4-2 as well. It's more of a 4-2-2-2, but not exactly. It's like halfway between a 4-4-2 and a 4-2-2-2. But we're at home, so we're going to go after it. We start very early with a cross. Keeper makes a brilliant save off the header. But Barnsley aren't, don't take them lightly. They're a good team. They come at us, and Pickford, quite an easy save, and he's very good at those shots that come at him. He's very reliable when there's shots that come at him, for the most part. But what he hasn't had much to do. He hasn't really been tested. And I want to see what exactly he's made out of. There, it seemed like he would have gotten beat if that was on target. So lucky for us, it went wide. As you can see, yeah, very slow to get his hands up there. Pickford, a bit worrying. Yeah, and we're going to see how he's tested. The keeper here makes a great save. Halliday goes for a long shot, and the Barnsley players putting their bodies on the line. Impressive to see. And at half-time, we go in 0-0 again. Not the most goals in these games in the League One. I've stressed that already, that it's not going to be that many goals in these League One games. As you can see, we only had 43% possession. It's very much grinding out results. It's very much holding possession or trying to get the right passes, patient play. I don't want to jump into anything, and I don't want to risk losing points. And as you can see here, Barnsley nearly go 1-0 up. If it wasn't for a good save from Pickford, almost just his instincts, just his natural instincts, reflections, gets that arm up, and it was impressive to see him make that save. Gallagher here working the ball around, as I said, again, just trying to find the best possible option, and Harrison Reed there, that long shot nearly went in. But as you can see, we ended up actually conceding off a set piece, so quite disappointing that all our aerial threats weren't able to clear the ball. And look at them taking down the corner flag. Barnsley go 1-0 up, and I was absolutely livid. I mean, look at that. Pickford, first of all, should be doing better. He watches that go over him. Look at this. Pickford literally watches it go over him. But why is the number 9 so open? Where is our defense? That's what I didn't understand. We have so many big guys in the team, and none of them were able to pick him up. And as you can see in the 90th minute, we are struggling to get a point at home. Meredith, or not Meredith, I don't know who, I believe it was Clark, misplaces a pass. Zoko couldn't reach it, and we actually lose 1-0 at home. A massive, massive setback, especially considering we weren't played off the park. 5 shots for each of us. Granted, we didn't have that many on target, and as you can see, look at the formation we ended up with. I threw men forward, tried to get that goal, and unfortunately we couldn't. And yeah, it ended 1-0, and we lost away. Sorry, we lost at home, which is even worse. And then we end off the episode with a game against Stevenage at home in the J Paint Trophy. I said the domestic cups, I want to do well in them. I want to prove that we can play in them. But the J Paint Trophy isn't really a domestic cup that I'm taking too seriously. I'm more thinking FA Cup and Capital One Cup. But still, against Stevenage, we're at home. We're going to give it a shot. And Not here makes a beautiful run right from the beginning. Tries to find Hansen, I believe, who was running in. Unfortunately, cannot find him. But as you can see, we're really attacking Stevenage. We're at home. We're upset that we've lost our game against Barnsley, and the shot goes wide there. Still, this has been a key feature this episode, not being able to hit the target. Again, look how close you are, and we're just not able to hit the target. Of course, this is a team that's featuring a lot of substitutes and stuff like that. It's not the first team, but still, and also that was a central midfielder took that shot, but look how close he was, and it went wide. And that's really something that I'm trying to focus on. But unfortunately, it's just not happening the way I want. Now, yeah, as I was saying, that was one feature that I'm trying to improve on. It's the shots on target. We cannot get enough shots on target, but as you can see, as I'm saying that, we get a shot on target, and it's Hansen. How else would you expect him to score? Almost as if he's our Peter Crouch. He really reminds me of Peter Crouch, this guy. I don't know why Hansen does. I'm not sure how tall he is. He's got to be 6'4", 6'5". He looks it as well. Gets up and puts it away. He's probably going to be like 6'2" or something like that. But he honestly does seem that tall. And he was able to put away the header, and Bradford go up 1-0 against Stevenage at home. But as I was saying, yeah, the shots on target, it's not been the best. Of course, we're in the League One. I'm not expecting, Lionel Messi finishing. But still, to be that close, as I was saying with the chance before, that close and then putting it wide, it's something that I really want to improve on. And straight from kickoff, Stevenage bring it back and make it 1-1. Absolutely insane scenes. And the Bantams are just not doing it at home. We go down 1-0 against Barnsley. We weren't able to come back. Now we had a 1-0 lead against Stevenage in the J Paint Trophy, and we just conceded an equaliser, very late on, and we just didn't have that defensive composure. Nevertheless, Meredith makes a beautiful run. Again, our left back, the Australian, really enjoying playing with this guy. He's a great, great player. Our second choice left back, but still the pace he brings is absolutely brilliant. And as you can see, it ends 1-1 full time, regulation time, and we're going to head into extra time against Stevenage. Not what I want at all. If there's anything that I know about the lower leagues, and they play more games than the Premier League does. There we go, Hansen puts it in. No, he's offside. But as I was saying, extra time is not something that I wanted to be in, simply because of the stamina. I didn't want my players getting depleted from stamina, and unfortunately we had to play an extra 30 minutes. As you can see, Hansen straying offside just by a step. At first I thought it was in when I was playing. I was so happy. It was a well-worked cross. The keeper stuffed up and Hansen put it in. Unfortunately, he was just offside, and for Stevenage's sake, it was just offside. As you can see, what play that is from Stevenage. I can't take anything away from that. Do I think it's a bit unfair? Do I think Stevenage in real life could do that? I don't think I've never watched Stevenage in real life, but I doubt that they could do that. That sort of play, shredding up a Bradford team like that. Look at this chip here from Zola. Not Gianfranco, but still Zola, and finds his man, and that is just a world-class volley. But I realised from the replays, Pickford, look at that. Should have made the save 10 times out of 10. That was right at him. I mean, that was not even, you know, a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right. If he had just stood where he would have hit the ball would have hit his head, and he would have just rebounded it out. But he dived out of the way of the ball. Really, really frustrating when you concede like that. And at half-time of extra time, we were 2-1 down to Stevenage with very little chances to reply, and it seemed like we wouldn't reply, to be honest with you. Stevenage playing the ball around very well, nearly making it 3-1 if it wasn't for, I believe it was a save from Pickford. I think he got a touch on that. Darby trying to do his best, crosses it in here. Hansen wins it. Great save from the keeper, Day. And that is how it ends. In 2 games in a row now, we've lost at home. This time 2-1 to Stevenage. Absolutely gut-wrenching. 2 home defeats in a row. 1 in the league, 1 in the cup. Not what you want at all. Nevertheless, let's see who got the vote for the MVP award. I haven't really spoken about that, but you've obviously been seeing. This time it was Yeats, again, getting EA's vote. And as I said at the end of last episode, I'm going to keep you updated on the MVP. And as you can see, that is how the MVP votes end for today, guys. And that's it. That's the end of the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you do, leave a like. If you're new around here, subscribe. I'm aiming to get this daily. That doesn't mean right now it's going to be daily. Doesn't mean there's going to be an episode tomorrow. I'm saying eventually I want this career mode to become daily. I'm really getting the hang of a post-commentary career mode. Hopefully, guys, again, hopefully I can eventually aim to get this to a daily series, but don't expect an episode tomorrow. Right now, I believe it's every second day until I can really get a couple of them done, and then, yeah, then it'll be daily. But, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Again, as I said, leave a like if you're new, subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one.